Arca Bulls family, what is good? What is good? If you can hear your boy speak, please make sure to drop those A's in the chat right now. Throw those A's in the chat if you can hear your boy speak right now. What is up, family? Very excited to be here tonight. Man, if you caught those 3 videos that I just released, oh man, it's looking green for a lot of those tickers. My goodness gracious. What is up, my moderator, Samantha H, Mark Roach, good to see you here. Thank you for everything you do for me. Very, very much appreciated, right? So what is up, chat? How you doing, Michael Payne? What is up, KYP? Good to see you here. What's up, Monster Mike? Always a pleasure here for you, man. What's up? So money. Hello to you as well. Samantha H, always coming through. I love it, you guys. What's up, BBJ? Good to see you here. Oh man, Brennan and Ella's Fun Adventures, man. No, don't hit the like. Will Smith will hit the like. Yes, he would. What's up, T Wood? Very cool to see you here, man. Guys, we have a lot of good news coming in, right? My goodness, I can't tell you how excited I was over watching that ticker symbol COEP making those rips to the upside, right? Also looking at GTII and COSM make the play that we were already talking about, guys. I love it. How exciting. What's up, Mr. Levitz? Good to see you here, man. All right, you guys. So yes, of course, like always, we're going to be reviewing the broader markets, right? So we want to take a look at the SPY and see what's going down with that. Remember, guys, that it is earnings week this week, right? So keep an eye on your longs and all that good stuff. Sebastian Lim, moderator Sebastian Lim, what is up, man? Good to see you here. So you just finished watching the GTII and COEP video. LOL, nice, man. Very excited for you to see that. So what is up? Is it Gaudy Goblin or Goaty? Gaudy Goblin, what's up? COSM go up to 30 cents and y'all go crazy. It goes up just 30 cents and everybody goes nuts. Oh my goodness, man. So 30 cents, I think that was actually a 40% run. Oh my goodness, DeMarcus Cousins, what is up, man? Good to see you here. Yeah. So I mean, guys, look, I'm not giving you any fluff. I'm not trying to tell you that, you know, it's going up because my opinion is this and that, guys. I just expressed to you what the mathematics say, what the charts are saying. I am merely the paper boy, okay? All I do is actually just pass on the message, and that is it, okay? So actually, right as I was gonna, I was eating right now, right? And I didn't realize that the timer was already down to 2 minutes, and I'm like, oh man! So I'm like trying to make sure that I can swallow my bite, right? And I started getting all this water into my system. And so that's the reason why I'm pausing, you know, here and there. Oh my goodness. Sebastian fingers are heading north. Absolutely. Oh, you're talking about literally the ticker symbol FNGR? Mr. Levis, we just like you drawing pretty pictures, Arca. Man, I promise you, man, I try my best to keep them like very symmetrical and very like, I mean, like for example, like the COSM one. Look at this thing. This is ridiculous, bro. Like, look at the symmetry on this. I like lose my mind trying to get my lines perfect, right? It's just, I'm really, I don't know. I have an OCD. with my analysis, right? I just really want it to be super attractive. I want it to be appealing to the eyes, but more importantly, appealing to my eyes, right? So what are you saying, BBJ? Let's see. So once some of these all play out, we all need to send this man fun money to help support him in his amazing journey. He is doing this for us for free. DeMarcus Cousins, Arca, I can't sleep tonight after the COSM video. BBJ, thanks so much, man. You guys don't have to donate. Of course, it always helps me and my family out, but you don't have to, right? But it's awesome to hear things like that, BBJ. You are the man, my dude. Really appreciate you coming by. Really appreciate you sticking around to check out the tickers tonight. So let's just go ahead and move on, right, man? We got some good things ahead. The picture is looking green for this week for a lot of tickers, actually, you guys. So I love it. So yes, I agree, Samantha. It is very beautiful. All right. So Sebastian saying, yeah, ticker symbol FNGR has been in the green. So waiting for the 170, my dude. Take profits, my bro. Take them off the table. All right. So Gaudy Goblin saying, appreciate all you do, Arca. I appreciate you for even coming by and giving me the time of day, my dude. I promise you that this is actually very difficult sometimes, right? I can't ever just express my bare truth, right? Because when I'm sorry, I can't easily express my bare truth. Why? Because it's just I tend to lose, and I don't care that I do, guys. You know, I really don't care that if you don't like that I don't say that it's going to be bullish tomorrow and that it's going to be bearish and stuff, and I lose followers, then so be it, guys. I really, really want to make sure that I tell you what the charts are saying no matter what. I do not care. If it has to do with my name on the line, it's fine, okay? But the markets will do what they will. You know, it's not up to us, it's up to the markets. I'm like I said, I'm merely the paper boy. I only transfer the paper from my hands to your hands, okay, you guys? So nameless saying, please do Boyle stock. I will definitely add it into the list. And in fact, doing Boyle is something that can be considered macro or broader market perspective. Okay, so in respects to you, I will go ahead and add Boyle into the very beginning because it is part of the SPY and the NDX and everything else, right? So yes, of course. So DeMarcus, BRDS is definitely on the list, and we have it right about here. I think it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th. About 6th in line, okay, you guys, so everything is looking good. So IMPP, absolutely. Sebastian Lim, thank you so much for your donation, my dude. That really means a lot, especially from you as a moderator, man. That's really cool. That's all I'm really trying to say, right? So IMPP, let me make, I could have sworn, okay, good. So we have it up as 4th right here, and we'll get it moving, okay? So Mr. Levitt saying I second BRDS. So what's up, guys? Why is BRDS popping off like this? I'm noticing a lot of people talking about it, so let me know. I guess give me a little information regarding that, right? So Mark Roach, you just, let's see. This is team effort. There's no I in team. Absolutely true, man. So you're saying important week this week. Economic data this week includes Tuesday, consumer confidence, Wednesday, pending home sales, Thursday, the GDP, of course, very important, and Friday, the core PCE. Okay, you guys, so this and inflation. So guys, this is very important. Thank you, Mark, for sharing that with the team. Thank you for sharing it with the community here. We are benefiting off of your diligence. Okay, you are very kind, sir, and you, my friend, I love so much. Thank you for everything you do. Okay, you guys. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and add Boyle into the list, and actually I think I had maybe one more chart from Boyle, and we'll just add it into the broader market perspective, as this is going to be at the beginning, right? So let's see right here. I think I had a few of them, right? But I want to make sure that I am choosing the latest one, and I think it could be this one right here. Apologies for the bright screen, you guys. Let me go ahead and just turn this into my other template, right? Sometimes I just need a little bit of a change, but it's all good. So yes, this is going to be the one that we're going to be looking at for ticker symbol Boyle. Actually, yeah, that's you know what, I noticed a lot of people were talking about Mullen, right? So I'm not particularly sure what or why, right? I know that they had the extension to September to do whatever that was. You know I don't follow the fundamentals. I only follow mathematics, right? So let's I'm actually curious to see it too. Damn, no way. Capitulation to 10 cents. Let's see what it's like in the after hours though. So, wow, oh my goodness, that is actually something I did not expect from Mullen to do. That is insanity, and I really feel for my longs there. Okay, this is, man, that is crazy. But remember, guys, when some things like this capitulate as hard as it's doing, the bounces tend to be just as significant, right? So in this case, you can actually see that even on the daily time frame, Mullen is absolutely just floored, right? So I mean, there could be room for a little more downside, but I'm not sure that that's gonna be I'm not sure that can even happen, right? This is critically low and historical low. So this is historic lows for Mullen for sure, and I'm talking about everywhere, right? So talking about some of the lowest iterations that it has ever experienced here on the stochastic momentum. So it is critically oversold, right? I mean, super oversold. Likely when something like this happens and volatility still has that way up, there could be a lot of consolidation here, slight lows, slight wicks to the downside, right? So so just know, okay? Can you brighten up the tickers in the middle so it's easier to see what ticker you're covering? Thanks. Oh, you're talking. Yeah. Actually, you know what? I realized that I actually didn't have it. You're talking about my watermark. You're talking about this here, right back here, right? This thing here, Michael? Is that what you're talking about? I had it off because I had to take some screenshots for the master students, right? So I'll go ahead and leave it like that so that everyone can see the ticker that I'm on. Again, guys, if you are not able to see the tickers like back here, sometimes I'll have them off, right? Go ahead and refer to either this area here or up here on the top left. Okay, this is the ticker where I search it. Also, you can see it right up here. Okay, so this is when you see this thing highlighted like this, you'll see what ticker I'm on, right? So CRTD's right here. We have IMPP, TTOO, BRDS, and so on. Okay, you guys. So now Master 117, I'm not sure that I'll be able to get to it, but of course I'll go ahead and put it on the list right now. Okay, so that's what was it? EPAZ? Didn't you hold on just a sec. That was actually something that I was supposed to cover the last time, actually. So EPAZ, let's see. Okay, I just want to look at it real quick and see what it even did, right? So let me get rid of Mullen first. Close without saving, EPAZ, and get rid of the Arca variant. So we did look at it. Okay, all right. So, oh man. Yeah, looking a little shaky here, right? So yeah, definitely no. Just real quick, I'm not sure that I can get to it, right? But yeah, this is suggesting a potential touch of the 2 zeros and 6-1 to the space of about 2 zeros and 4-9. Okay, and the reason why we were looking at this was the potential to come back and test the newly converted resistance of the channel into support. Just know that the target is actually, I would honestly prefer the target to be at about, let's see, about 2 zeros and 7 to about 2 zeros and 6.5 before a bounce. Okay, but this is I mean, the formation is pretty bearish and it's still not suggesting recovery just yet. So if there is the chance for this, there actually may be a touchdown here to 2 zeros and 5. Okay, so be very careful. Gaudy Goblin, does it take into account acquisitions? I can make it take an account into that, right? But I would like to manually take a look at those things, right? So keep an eye on that, Master, okay? Keep a very close eye on that. In fact, Gaudy Goblin, there is I think there are also particular indicators that have to do with acquisitions. Let's see, purchase acquisition of business. Yeah, right over here. So you can add something like this into this. So this is in a quarterly perspective, right? So there's ways to customize it. There's ways to do it, right? So, but yeah, it does kind of take into consideration some of those things. But the charts are what they are. You know what I mean? I don't usually look at things like this because the mathematics and the physics tell us what it is. But yeah, but absolutely, man. And also, this software has, I mean, the biggest of the biggest fundamental metrics. You're looking at the market cap, average volume, the shares float down here, right? You can see income statements, right? You can have an entire breakdown of the whole fundamental perspective from this. So under more financials, right, you can see the statistics on this, the statements, the overview of the company itself, right, yield, dividends, all that good stuff listed for you. TradingView is actually pretty good. And actually the link is in the description below if you would like to use it. It's my affiliate link, right? So yeah, you guys, so very good stuff for this in earnings too. Wow, interesting. And revenue. So yeah, very, very cool stuff from TradingView software, right? So I felt that this could be a good medium for everyone to kind of see, a different perspective without having it to be one particular broker, right? As many of you may know or may already know that, TradingView software also has the ability to connect to your broker. So I personally use TradeStation, right? So you can actually connect it, and then the buy and sell buttons, the whole thing here, and the level 2, it all shows up within this, right? Look at this. It's got interactive brokers, Trade-Of-8, Bitstamp, and all kinds of crypto stuff too, right? So there's still a bunch more brokers, including Binance and stuff. So yeah, I like it, guys. You know what I mean? I think it's a pretty good platform, and it's very versatile. And not only that, did I use this. I use this to create my code, right, for the indicators that we see up in here. Like, for example, my RSI, that was all created here in the Pine script. So, dude, it's an insane software. Actually, it has so much cool stuff for everyone, actually. So, depending on the type of trader you are. Okay, so actually, you know what? There was one more thing that I wanted to go over here, because there is, like, and I know this is something that people tend to look at. So for example, CRTD, right? So let's go ahead and load up. Let's just type in CRTD, because I noticed something very cool in this software that I haven't actually really dove into understand. So go ahead and notice right here that we have FINRA reported CRTD short sale volume, right? And CRTDW short sale volume. So not all the time am I able to actually get visibility into this, but like, for example, right now, there is a heavy amount of short volume in CRTD, and it's reaching highs from, let's see, from July 2022, and also highs from, let's see, the 13th of April of 2022. So this is very cool that you can actually see short volume. And I know that, look at this right here, like this is ridiculous, right? So this is the highest iteration of short volume that we've seen from CRTD back in 2021 in October, right? So very, very cool. Yeah, Samantha, I definitely know. That's exactly what piqued my curiosity here too, right? So very interesting times. We've had actually a large amount of short sale volume. I'm sorry, a very minimal amount of short sale volume for a while until just recently. And this is actually within the last bi-daily period. Okay, so yeah, within the last day, lots of CRTD short volume accumulating, right? And that is likely to this iteration here, right? So what's kind of happening right now is that the shorts are accumulating like crazy because they want to shake out the longs from a potential upside. Okay, and that's very curious, because look at the volume from today. The volume is 688,000 on this 8-hour time frame. Let's see the daily volume. So 814,000, right? We had let's see, Friday we had 400,000, 300,000 on Thursday, 600,000. So the volume is coming in pretty heavily, and it looks like the bulls are not wanting to let it go. So I understand right now that this is a very precarious situation for CRTD, because it is the resistance, right? So be very careful with this area here, because if we do validate this as an area of resistance, then there is the potential to break down and eventually touch on the target of about 728. Okay, if it is that 720, actually it would be a little higher too, a little lower actually. So it probably would be around 7 cents directly if that does get validated as a breakout to the downside. Okay, so what I do like here, however, is that it is a daily hammer candle. Okay, and it is after a downtrend. So this usually creates that shakeout. It creates a spring to the upside. Okay, so the only thing is that it is a continuation formation. Okay, so let's keep a very close eye on this. Okay, let's keep a close eye on this, because this formation is very distinct. It's not suggesting a downside or an upside, but I want to tell you that it could be confusing because of this. We have a downside here, right? We came down and touched around 10 cents, and then we actually bounced to the upside and then started creating this formation. So this is why I'm telling you that it's confusing. When you are creating a symmetrical triangle after an upside, that automatically turned. Is the sound still cutting off, guys? Please let me know if the sound is still cutting off. Okay, good. It's still good. All right, good. So please know that when we actually start building this formation after an upside, that automatically makes this formation a continuation formation for an upside. Okay, so the thing is that it's confusing because there is a downside here, and we have these two parallel candles here. You know, that's like, it creates kind of an issue here, because now it can be looked at as a continuation formation to the downside. But in fact, it's not being looked at right if the downside is in play. If there are very knowledgeable traders in play right now, then this would have been the bear trap here, and this is the terminal shakeout for an upside continuation. Okay, so I know that I actually covered CRTD first right now, you guys, my apologies, but definitely keep an eye on that. Okay, so I know that there's a lot of people asking me about this ticker. I just felt the need because we were explaining the features of TradingView, right? So I don't know how the hell I just merged into this, right? So that is gonna do it for ticker symbol CRTD. But real quick, actually, you know what? Let me just go ahead and give a quick peek at the RSI and see what direction we're facing. 30-minute immediate short-term upside bias. We have a very important cross to the upside here in the buy hourly, right in that gravitational zone. Very nice. 6-hour time frame. Let's see what it's got. It looks like it's consolidating. It very much is reliant or it's waiting for the bias from the shorter term time frame RSI, right? So let's see the 12 hours should also be in that consolidation period too. Okay, very nice. So yes, we have already, let's see the 4 hour, let me see. Okay, so yeah, the limited downside right now, you guys. So we could be facing a downside to about 1248 before a continuation to the upside. Okay, so limited downside before an upside bias. I would really like to see the daily and bi-daily pivots of the RSI start favoring that upside, right? So everything is kind of floored right now. Everything is still within this, and also it's still trading within the range that I talked about, right? So I think that, again, you guys, I really do think that there is a setup happening right here. Volatility pivoted towards the upside. Momentum pivoted towards the upside. Volatility starting to contract here, and I'm going to say it again. It's very probable that there could be an explosive move for CRTD very soon, and we just need this setup to kind of happen. This is critical volatility buildup for a good while, and we're critically oversold here. The only way that I can actually see CRTD going is the bottom line floor here, guys, is around 1021. Of course, we still have this downside area to look at, but I almost feel like the shorter time frames may actually give us that upside bias. Hopefully we have enough bulls to step in and make this thing move to the upside. Okay, so now that is officially gonna do it for ticker symbol CRTD. Let's go ahead and now refer to our to our broader markets, right? So I want to pull up the ticker symbol SPY and see what it's got for us. So good to know. Thank you so much, Mark. Really happy that it is sounding good. All right, you guys. So I want to point out something here, because it is the SPY on a daily is actually suggesting a continuation to the upside. And why is that? Well, the upside could be pretty powerful too, actually. I'm going to point out a few things right now that the markets are suggesting upside coming in for the next few days, which will only help everything, you know, and anything under the sun, right? So, except for, of course, the SQQQ and SPXU. Rocket Lock saying, Arca, loved the video on COSM. Thank you for your insight. You're very welcome, my dude. I'm super excited over what's happening with that ticker. Absolutely love it, right? So, yeah, you guys, so this is what I wanted to talk to you about. The SPY is at critical contraction right now, okay? We want the moving average to also be within the 15th percentile of critical contraction. That just means that let me show you the volatility bands, right? So I showed this a few times the other day, right? So just like this, right? So these are your volatility bands, and when you're contracting, you're essentially, within the same word, you're contracting, you're making this very tight contraction, right? So then when it starts to expand, you start to get this expansion, right? So then it'll create a bigger bubble over here. So this contraction is what's happening right now, right? So we're critically contracted. We could be right at about this level here. This is just a moving average representation, or let's see, a spectrum component that shows you how volatility is moving, rather than a bubble looking thing similar to the Bollinger Bands, which are essentially volatility. Okay, so yeah, and now the other thing that I wanted to show you was that the 3-day exponential moving average is showing an upside pivot here, and this is the faster moving average because the other one is the 14-day simple. So very likely, if this continues on to the upside, not only will it be assisted by the fact that we're in the bullish control zone of the stochastic momentum oscillator, but also we would have the critical contraction, then to expansion, the upside from the exponential, and this. Now check this out. Okay, here's where I wanted to go. Let's just go ahead and extend our trend line right over here, and notice that we are now in that validation process, or actually potentially rejecting from it, right? We have now converted, and this is the 5th test, right, of the golden rule of 3. So golden rule of 3 states that test number 4 would be that true breakout, or test number 5. So we're on test number 5 breakout right now, facing that support from where we were talking about, bouncing to the upside. So this is very bullish. Okay, if you are curious as to what the target can be for this formation itself, it does have an objective to kind of go over, right? So in this case, it would be right about about here, 418.31. Okay, so we can actually put a quick little note right here at that 418.31. So in case you want to know, right? So just like, okay, I'm sorry, 418.31 is the top. So 417.02 or 417.09. Okay, you guys. So that's pretty much what we're looking at for the SPY. And if we're able to see an upside coming in, we are likely to see it from the RSI. So let's see, buy hourly time frame and 30-minute are consolidating. Same with the 4 hour. We're looking at this down here, the RSI itself, right? So we have a little bit of an upside pivot on the 6 hour, but I would really like to see it stronger. Okay, let's see, the 8 hour pivoted to the upside, very nice. Okay, now the 12 hour, let's see. 12 hour has an upside pivot as well. We really need some stronger upside pivots. Nice setup here on the 12 hour. Critical volatility within the 15th percentile with an upside pivot on both the moving averages on stochastic momentum, suggesting an upside continuation. By daily time frame, aggressive upside with a cross above the 14-day simple moving average and in the gravitational zone for a continuation to the way up. Very nice. All right, you guys. So now here we have another upside pivot on the 3-day time frame, guys. I think the SPY is pretty bullish. Actually, if I'm going to be very clear, I think the floor was found, and that could have been the validation on the daily time frame of this broadening descending wedge. So I actually, my bias is leaning towards the bulls right now, and it could be time to print some calls, right? So very, very good thing here. Now, Sherry, what's up? Thanks so much, Arca. We love your analysis. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for coming by. All right, so now let's go ahead and end the ticker symbol SPY analysis, guys, and now let's move on to the ticker symbol BOIL. Okay, I would really like to see that because it is part of the broader markets. I want to know what BOIL is doing for us. Okay, so actually, let me go ahead and note the time as well. So we are looking at, let's see, trying not to waste time and get our tickers out of the way, right? So. Oh, right. I had the other chart for BOIL. So let me get rid of this BOIL here and look at this one instead. Okay, so starting off from the daily time frame, let's see what we have. Okay, so very interesting. We still have a little bit of downside on the daily here, and we still also, yeah, actually, oh man, we're going to be able to see this on another time frame. Historically speaking, on a daily time frame, we can still drop another, let's see. Oh, we're very close to a huge pivotal point. If you can, let me just draw a trend line here and show you that the absolute average here is about 2% from where we've historically bounced from, right? So, I mean, lots of iterations within that 2%. And that it looks like it's prepping for that, okay? So this would be catching the move early, okay? Meaning that upon the downside continuation from, let's see, actually our current position right now is about 5%. So we can still drop a little bit more on stochastics on the oscillator itself. And that would potentially have volatility reach a critical point, right? So within the day, it's a high potential that we can actually start moving ourselves up to the 80 percentile and then following into the 90 percentile, creating a potential statistical play for this that can lead to a pretty explosive upside. Daily time frame RSI is also suggesting some downside as well. I know it's very choppy and it's not really deciding. What's up, Miss L? Good to see you here. No problem at all. Right, so Jamarcus Cousin saying, keep in mind, BOIL, it goes through several inverse splits, so don't think that this is the bottom. No, the bottom is not in. We can definitely continue on to a bottom here, and if I can actually see from the 5-day time frame, this is actually the all-time low that we're in. So the only way that we're going to be able to see a potential drop could be via Fibonacci retracement to find a geometrical target, right? So as I don't think any of the moving averages are within us, so they're all above us. Okay, so yeah, this is the SMA 10 here. I can go smaller. I can go into the EMA 7 or EMA 9, likely going to be near that SMA 10. They're going to be right around here. Let me just see. SMA 7, yeah, right there. SMA 9, same situation there. Okay, so no moving averages below us. So the only thing below us could be, like I said, Fibonacci retracement, right? So very interesting. We actually created a gap today between 403 to the top side of this wick here at about 391. So it's a pretty large gap. It's substantial, right? So let's take an inverse fib from yesterday's swing high to the swing low and see how close we are to some geometrical targets. Okay, so very interesting. Actually, today we bounced right from the 2-spot 618 at 358. So now we know that it is respecting market geometry. So this is good. All right, so yes, absolutely, one fix it, man, not a problem. I will definitely look into that for you as well. Okay, so yeah. So now, if we don't have any other support to the downside, then very likely we can see a touch to the space of between 340, 3-spot 272, and the 3-spot 618 at about 330. So we're going to just go ahead and draw this area as a potential support, and that may very well help us with a bounce to the upside, right? So, and this is a very curious failure of a bullish engulfing. Okay, so this is a candle here in a daily time frame, right? So just to show you that you cannot rely just on candle analysis for your thesis, right? So now let's go ahead and pull up what One Fix It Man is asking for, right? So you're talking about the bi-hourly chart, and you are looking at the 50 SMA, right? So the 50 SMA is located right here at about $4.26. And let's see what else you said. When it hits the 50 SMA on the bi-hourly, it gets destroyed. So to tell you the truth, I don't think the 50 SMA is in the picture right now, as that move would likely encourage about a 13% rise to the upside. Not impossible, but it's kind of a distance away, and we still have the EMA 9, 7, and the SMA 10 above us as a current resistance. Not only that, but if we're looking at the bi-hourly time frame, there is another psychological component that we have to keep in mind, and it would be this gap right over here. Okay, so that gap located from 4 to 409 could very likely be an area of resistance before coming back down, and that can essentially get us to continue that descent. Not only that is the fact that this could be the resistance from also a descending channel. Okay, so the descending channel could very much or arguably be put in this perspective just like this, right? So go ahead and notice touch point here, touch point here, touch point here, right? So we have this descending channel, the upside pivot landing right at the resistance of the gap right over here, very likely going to find something like this. Okay, you guys, so now if we can validate that upside. Danny Gonzalez, what's up, Arca? Late, didn't know you were streaming earlier, rushed home, LOL. So today I actually just my sister's here at the house, so she is actually helping me take care of my baby boy. So I was able to come in here so that I can get some more family time right after this, right? So this is a very good thing. So if we're able to see an upside coming in, then yeah, sure, absolutely. I was going to tell you that we need to look at the immediate short-term time frames. Notice the 50-day the 50-day simple moving average on the hourly right within our gap zone in our resistance discretionary area. And also, let's just go ahead and refer to the fibs and see geometrically where that is. Okay, so taking us right to the 1 fib, right upside of the 1-spot 272, very, very likely could find resistance there as well. So a lot of confluent targets actually suggesting resistance from this area here of the channel, right? So everything is looking pretty good, you guys. I just want you to be careful with this, because there is a potential continuation to the downside here after. I mean, the range trading is in, right? But remember the golden rule of 3 that we always talk about regarding the resistances in descending formations, like the broadening descending wedge, like the descending channel, sometimes the falling wedge, even, right? Even a right angle triangle, or a lot of people call it descending triangle, right? So we have only one test of the resistance here. Of course, it is a tiny time frame. We are in the hourly, likely to fail it, right? But still, we still have to consider the fact that we may actually come back up into these areas, touch that resistance, fail it, right? Capitulate down to the all the way to the downside here. We only have 3 tests really of this formation, so now we're officially validated that we are within the descending channel on the hourly time frame, right? So we can have that second touch, retrace back to the bottom here, third touch, capitulate all the way to this zone that we're looking at down here in the first place, right? And then continue on to the upside in the true breakout test number 4. If I were to expect any type of breakout from ticker symbol BOIL, it wouldn't be until maybe the start of the following week, or maybe the end of this week. Okay, so keep an eye on this because this is the hourly time frame. This is likely to live out pretty fast before rejections. Okay, know your ranges and know the trade, know what's happening around the world, and you'll be able to be fine. Okay, so one fix it, man. They say they call it the window maker because it can have 20% moves in a day. So yeah, it could absolutely make that move. We just have a lot of resistance within this area here. So if we can't actually, I mean, damn. A 20% move to the upside would be essentially succeeding the SMA 100. Definitely not probable, but let's see. Let's just validate that. Okay, let's go ahead and notice here that we do have an upside pivot on the hourly. Okay, so this is likely to live out pretty fast. Let's go to the 4-hour and see what we have. Widowmaker. Gotcha. Never mind. The Widowmaker. I thought you meant an opening window for the longs or something like that, right? So something that could be backing the upside is a 4-hour hammer candle down here. I don't like to really look at candle analysis in anything under an 8-hour, and the 8-hour is already shaky for me. So daily time frames and up are usually best for me to look at, right? So hammer candle here, not so long of a wick. I understand it came back down to touch this support. Very likely going to give us an upside thrust, but notice that the 4-hour time frame is in consolidation period. 20% down moves mostly. Wow. Okay, thank you, one fix it, man. So, and look at this, the 8-hour time frame still in consolidation period as well. One of the worst sayings is the abandoned baby. So yeah. The abandoned baby, the candle formation, right? So yeah, let's go ahead and notice that we still have consolidation here, even in the 8-hour. 12-hour, let's see what it's got. 12-hour still in consolidation as well. Man. And the daily is still suggesting just a little bit of downside, right? So very curious that I'm not actually getting an upside pivot except for in the immediate short-term time frame. So if it is the case, guys, remember that we are trading this formation within the hourly time frame, right? So go ahead and notice that the time frame upside pivots are within the hourly and the 30 minutes. So very likely we can actually see a move to the upside to potentially resist from the confluent target. I'm talking about early session tomorrow. Okay, the confluent target of this gap right over here with the descending channel resistance likely to come back down. Remember, guys, that Boyle is the Bloomberg natural gas, and this is pro shares. Okay, so this is 2x levered. So please remember that your wins can definitely be 2x, but it could also be 2 times the loss. Okay, so please watch yourself. Okay, the upside that I'm looking at here would be around $4, Samantha. So could be a nice play, but a nice scalp, but it's not that powerful. Okay, so it is very short-lived, meaning within just a few moments here, and you're looking at about a 6.5% scalp. So be careful between 7:30 and 8:45 a.m. They usually hammer Boyle, so it looks like it could be. It looks like it could be actually. You know what? You know this is going to be early session quick, and then bam, a huge descent there. So be very careful with this ticker. Okay, this has high volatility. All right, so let's go ahead and end the ticker Boyle here and continue on the analysis. We already did CRTD, so that's very good. Let's move on to ticker symbol IMPP and see what it's got for us. Okay, so let me make a note that we are starting that ticker IMPP now, and that is, let's see, perfect. Good deal. So Mark Roach saying, always do your own research and due diligence. Arca is not a financial advisor. Definitely, guys, please always remember that I am not a financial advisor. Just take whatever I show here as a form of entertainment. Everything will be cool. Okay, you guys, there's no way that I can tell you buy this or buy that. I can't do that. All right, it's against the law. There's no way I'm gonna do that. Okay, you guys, I'm just here in a studio room, right, expressing my personal opinions, and they don't matter. Okay, they don't matter. All right, so IMPP making some explosive moves here. Actually, let me look at this on the daily because that's usually the time frame that I like to look at first, right? So already I can see the potential of a larger term time frame descending channel building right here, right? So there could be that resistance touch in respects to that in the first place. Okay, so very interesting. We got to move all the way to the upside here past the 4.618, but we can see what that range could have been exactly by taking a larger range here, and this is how we're going to do it. Okay, so fib level from the overall range high. So starting potentially from here all the way to the downside, right? Let's go ahead and do that right now, just like this, and we take it just to that level there, and you can see here that we actually came very close. It's a typical area for us to find resistance, guys, usually between the 1.272 and the 1.618, and we actually faced that resistance. We were already looking at a potential resistance here in the first place, right? So let me show you what I was talking about regarding that channel. Could be something like this, right? So if we did face that resistance, there could be some lines in touch right now, right? So for example, these pivotal points here, right? It could be the start of a formation, right? But we don't want to trust just that. First of all, notice that the daily RSI is pivoted straight to the moon. It's sitting very close to the gravitational zone of the bull weakness percentile, and notice that we're starting to get a pivot on our 14-day simple moving average to the upside, okay? So the fact that we actually started to expand from critical contraction, literally from the 15th percentile and upside, now we're above the moving average. It shows us that the mean could be close or already there. So let's go ahead and pull up my code here. This is my algo, and it shows us that we have just surpassed the mean at 18 cents. Okay, so very nice. Now we can actually move on to a higher time frame and see what that mean could be. Go ahead and notice that we're right at the mean on the buy daily, and we're right at the mean here resisting at 22 cents. Very nice upside pivot on the buy daily. And let me go ahead and see higher term time frames to see just how high we can go. Notice this upside pivot here from critical contraction. We definitely have the mean being tested almost directly on that 3-day time frame, as well as the resistance from the channel itself, right? So if there is a chance for an upside here, we could very well look at the confluent target between the Bollinger Bands for volatility's critical expansion to the 2.618 at 32.21. Very curious that it could take us there, okay? So notice as well the 3-day time frame making a very bullish cross above that 14-day simple moving average, and now crossing in to the bear's weakness percentile. Okay, what I would express here as a type of warning is that we are within the gravitational zone of the bear weakness percentile, but we have two supports below us. And what are those? Well, it's the 14-day simple moving average and the gravitational zone of the bear strength percentile. Very likely to find a support there and continuation onto the upside, but this is a pretty significant and convincing pivot to the upside on the 3-day. It's already very impressive. Okay, notice here that the 5-day has also made a bullish cross above the upside, approaching that gravitational zone. I mean, this is essentially telling us that there could still be upside here. Okay, the mean, since we are still, let's see, we're actually just, yeah, I mean, this is an upside pivot on the stochastic momentum. Very likely we can actually come up to the 27-cent zone on the 5-day too. So that's nice, guys. I like it. There is upside to be shown here for this ticker. Okay, I know it's a little cluttered there, but we're gonna just go ahead and hone everything and start seeing the shorter time frames. Okay, so let me get rid of the Arca variant and the reversion variant, sorry, and start to see the shorter time frames. Okay, let's go down to the 30-minute immediate short term and see what kind of moves we got playing off right now. 14-day simple moving average as that support with an upside continuation in the gravitational zone of the bull strength percentile. Very likely upside continuation immediately. Okay, so bi-hourly, I hate this little pivot, and it's bouncing off of the gravitational zone right now, but I wouldn't use this. Okay, nice little hint from the 14-day simple moving average with an upside continuation. I like it. Okay, but let's go to the 6-hour and see if we can get some more information there. Okay, so I often talk to you guys about these little pivots, guys. I don't like these, but in this case, I have to call it out because it is in the gravitational zone of the bull strength. Okay, so very likely to be something like this. Like these iterations here, you see those? Like they often fail. They give you the impression that they're gonna go to the upside or downside, like this right here, right? So, but before a continuation on its current path. Okay, so it is a 6-hour. It's not such a tiny time frame here, but it is finding support from that 14-day simple. This was just today. So this is very good and still suggesting that upside. Very likely we're actually going to start to see some drives of hidden bullish divergence. Okay, so I can actually start to see one right now, actually. Very, very curious. Okay, this is now the area where I would start to look at drives of divergence in the 8-hour. Usually around the 8 hours, the minimum time frame that I would look at. Consider looking at your drives of divergence 8 hours and above. Okay, do not find too much reliability within, I do not personally, right, find too much reliability within the shorter time frame RSI divergences. Okay, what is a divergence in the first place? Well, the divergence is actually the opposition of price action versus momentum. In this case, momentum represented by the relative strength index. Okay, yeah, so well, let me just finish it off for you, right? Because oftentimes I don't ever finish off the drawing for myself, right, as I see these things just without drawing them, right? So let me just go ahead and show you what's going on here. You see, this is the opposition. I mean, lower lows in the price action, higher lows in the momentum. This creates a drive of hidden bullish divergence, okay? And in this case, phantom hidden bullish divergence, because we are crossing price action to get from point A to point B with an upside continuation and validated, okay? So very good. This is still suggesting massive upside. Let's go to the 12-hour and see what it's got. 12-hour, same situation here with that little pivot, very likely a continuation pivot, but it's also in the gravitational zone of the bull strength percentile, very likely to retrace just a little bit, continue on to the upside. That retracement could very likely be to the 0.618 to about 19 or about 20 cents, right around there, before a continuation. All right, you guys, so now the daily time frame, ticker symbol IMPP here, huge upside, very, very, very convincing upside. Same thing with the buy daily, same thing with the 3-day. Everything is suggesting a huge amount of upside. And we even talked about that just recently. Notice this. The last time we got a print on the weekly time frame, we actually made the cross above the 14-day simple moving average. And now we're in the gravitational zone on the weekly time frame of the bear strength percentile, very likely going to continue onwards and upwards. Okay, that if that happens, we would essentially be doing an invalidation of this formation, okay, and that would be ideal for this asset. We got a very, very good hint right over here with this inverted hammer right on the weekly. Remember that once you start looking at weekly time frame candle analysis, you would be able to get an upside. Let's see. So Joe H, that's okay. That's only because it's Monday. Mondays are usually my slowest days. But it's okay. It's okay. It's definitely okay. I just want to make sure that I have my 2 cents set in there, right? As I did release like the juice from COSM, GTII, and the COEP, which is essentially what everybody wanted to get from me, right? So right. So guys, remember, when you're looking at weekly time frame candle analysis, you're starting to get into areas to where they do carry a lot of weight and do show their true nature, right? So you have your inverted hammer right here with an upside pivot. You have your shooting star right over here with a downside, right? So very cool stuff. And yeah, so I think that's going to do it for ticker symbol IMPP. But remember, in the next sessions, guys, remember, okay, remember, we are looking at almost immediate upside in every time frame, right? So if we were looking at the daily now, then I can actually start to see the potential resistance touches from that 1.618 at about 25 cents. It doesn't have to reach all the way there, but I like this target because it is showing a lot of confluence here within these support levels, okay? So I like it. There is a chance that we can actually make the top side from the wick high from today, right, to anywhere between the space of the 1.272 and the 1.618, 2236 to 2564. And then this would essentially come back down, validate our newly converted resistance into support before a continuation onto the upside. I like it. The chat is shy. I am not. Mark Roach, I totally agree. Make them be shat. Make them be shat. Make them be shy. You maintain yourself, my good sir. Thank you so much. Let's go ahead and end the ticker symbol IMPP. Great opportunity there, you guys. I love it so much. Okay, so now let's move on to ticker symbol TTOO per a request. Okay, so DeMarcus Cousins, yeah, let me go ahead and see what's up. Yeah, we're going to look at ticker symbol SI in 2 tickers, okay? So that's going to be coming up pretty soon. So DeMarcus Cousins, I went in Mullen with 90K shares today. Pray for me. Man, if you can remember to go back, I actually think I looked at it for just a little bit at the beginning of this stream. I don't remember what I said, but I would really... it was a huge capitulation, I remember, and there could be a floor found, I think I said. Oh man, I think it was what, sub 10 cents, something like that. I mean, it's not that bad of a I just wouldn't have, like, in my personal opinion, I just wouldn't have gone in like heavy like that. I would have actually planned the average, right? So meaning that I probably would have started with like 10K at that 10-cent level, right? And then I would see if it does have bear strength, right? So if it does have bear strength, then in that case, I would have considered going in probably another 20K shares upon the drop of another 10 to 20%, if it could even do that, right? It's okay. It's okay. You know, I can go ahead and look at it as much as I can, right? We still have a schedule to go though, but I mean, what I'm saying is that the lower it goes or the longer it stays within that 10-cent area right now, the better it would be for the longs, right? Because that would essentially be the validation of a floor, right? Or a potential short-term floor. So I wouldn't moonshot this though. Okay. So, and please don't take it as just an opinion from a friend to a friend, right? If you move up like 8%, I would probably start scaling out. You know what I mean? I would probably get rid of 40% the position. And then if you go to 13%, which is usually what I do, right? 9%, my exit levels, if you're curious, is 9%, 13, 17. So not particular to any number. It's just based on my exposure to the markets. I tend to see those numbers and upsides usually, right? So I haven't backtested it in Mullen. I don't know that it would do that, but my usual take profits are 9, 13, and 17% up. Okay, so at 9%, I would remove a good chunk. I would remove 40%. Upon that 13% hit, I would remove another 30%, maybe 20%. Let the runners go for that 17. Liquidate, right? So I wouldn't look at it as a long-term play. I would look at it as a short-term swing, and make your cash get out, and then compound it again for the next play, right? So something like that, right, you guys? But you just don't know what could happen in the markets. Anything can happen. Remember, we are in earnings right now. We have some economic data coming out. Anything can happen. Not a problem, my dude. Very, very well. You're very welcome. All right, so guys, yes, let's go ahead and start off. Ticker symbol TTOO. And what I am gonna do here is I'm actually gonna hold on just a sec. I'm just gonna put my notes here that I am starting it first of all. All right, good deal. And a sip of water. All right, been talking and yapping. There it is. All right, cool deal. Okay, so I don't even remember the last time we looked at this, right? But there was... Oh, okay. So yeah, there was a potential of hidden bullish divergence printed here on the 8-hour, of course, right? So let me just go ahead and make that visible. And it looks like we actually got it confirmed today, and that's actually in respects to this pivot here. That's the reason why I have this line here. But now we can adjust this line here to this red candle here, right here, right? So this, yeah, we have a massive drive actually of hidden bullish divergence, and there are a couple more, right? So this is another pivotal point. This is another one here. I actually can see another one right over here. This one right over here, right? So if let me draw one more just so you can see what I mean, right? So this primary drive here would be taken to this area, right? Let me just make this a little thinner. It's a really thick line, right? And not always do I do thick lines. It's just I want you to see what I'm seeing, right? And then this area here, right? So just like this, you can actually see the opposition of price action versus momentum, and this is what defines a drive of divergence, right? So in this case, since we're getting higher lows and we're getting lower lows on the price action, that creates hidden bullish divergence. The fact that we're going through price action makes this phantom hidden bullish divergence. Okay, you guys, so everything is looking pretty good here. There is an upside to be expected. 8-hour potential bullish engulfing. Let me see if it is in play. Nope, it is actually a bullish railway tracks, right? But it's all good. No problem there. It is suggesting an upside continuation even still. All right, so now let's go ahead and refer to our volatility versus momentum and see if there's anything that can be in the favor of the bulls here, starting off from the daily time frame. So let's see. But yeah, man, IMPP is looking good. Okay, so there may be something. Critical contraction expansion has started, and we have momentum kind of consolidating. Let me see the buy daily. Let's see if we have anything at all. Wow. All right, there it is. Okay, so the bi-daily time frame is essentially where the signal has fired. So let's just look historically what has happened in the past. Okay, so this is okay. So we did get critical volatility here. You keep an eye on this line here, the cursor horizontal line, the vertical line, sorry. So right over here, we actually went into critical volatility, and pay attention to the cursor right over here in this price action, okay? See how we're in critical volatility, momentum making that upside. So upon the contraction, this is already an iteration where we got upside from critical volatility into contraction. Notice that we're in critical volatility and contracting right now with an upside pivot. This iteration here, upside pivot momentum, and the contraction starting in volatility. Okay, so that's essentially what we're looking for. Okay, so here's another iteration here. So in this case, it actually went like this, right? So very curious, and then it accumulated and then continued onto the upside. Daniel Gonzalez, that is not cool, man. Why? I told you not to do that, man. Made a little cash off COEP today. Have to show some love, dude. Thank you so much, man. That really means a lot. I really wish for my audience to not have to do that. I feel so well, of course I feel special, right, you guys? But not only that, Monster Mike too, man. I didn't even acknowledge you, my brother. Thank you so much for your donation, you guys. That means a lot. It really does, you know, and it helps out my child grow. It helps out my kids, my wife, and everything here. Okay, you guys. So thank you so much for your consideration, you guys. That means so much. Daniel Gonzalez saying, I'd feel bad not doing it. You dedicate a lot of time to the community. That's just because I worry about the community, man. We have innocent people that are just being taken advantage of by the broader markets, and I kind of disagree with that method. And if I can shine light into how the markets move, then that's more than enough payment for me, right? So I'd love it. But thank you so kindly, you guys. It means a great deal, right? Just catches me off guard. So yeah, guys, that setup is essentially suggesting an upside right now. And another curious thing here is that TTOO is getting an upside. Maybe it's about to cross that 14-day simple moving average and getting very close to that gravitational zone. Aiden Davis, Aiden, what's up, man? Dude, good to see you here, bro. I hope your family's treating you well. I hope you're chilling now, relaxing, taking some time off from school. Very exciting, man. All right, so let's move on to a shorter time frame, okay, you guys? So let's just look at, we have an upside pivot here on the stochastic momentums alongside the momentum from the RSI. Very likely to see some upside in the immediate short-term time frame. So I'm already seeing the potential of touching the area of about, let's see. So in the immediate short term, there is a range. Just like this. Check it out. This is essentially what I'm looking at. 51 to 53 cents could be in the immediate short term. Sean O, did someone say AMC? It actually is in the schedule. Guys, there's no way I'm not going to be able to look at AMC. Dude, that is so cool, bro. Sean, you didn't have to do that, man. Thank you so much. That means a lot. That means a lot, man. How are you, by the way? I don't know that I've seen you here in the chat for the last few times. That's really cool, my dude. Thank you so much, man. And so yeah, anyway, you guys, bi-hourly time frame, right? I gotta concentrate right now, right? So Sean O just coming through heavy, just like Daniel Gonzalez over there. Thank you, guys. That really means a lot. So guys, yes, we still have some upside to look into here, as well as in the stochastic momentum. We're still contracting here. Pivotal thing here happening on that bi-hourly RSI. So cool. Okay, you guys, this is very good because the bi-hourly is well within that gravitational zone. So been on vacation with the fam. Good to see you. It's good to see you, Sean. And I'm happy that you had a vacation. I'm so happy that you had some family time. I encourage that from the family here too, man. So in fact, if you're watching Arca and it is late and it is dinner time, leave now. Go to dinner. Say hi to your kids. Say hi to your family. We're not always going to be there, okay, you guys? So anyway, enough with that depressing stuff and continue on here, right? So yes, the bi-hourly with an upside. Let's look at the 6 hour. 6 hour has an upside pivot too, but the pivot is very, very much reliant, hopefully, on that gravitational zone of the bear strength. Okay, so maybe we can get it, but it's consolidation still. Okay, so 12-hour consolidating even still. Okay, we have the gravitational zones. It's essentially waiting on the shorter time frames for validity in a sense, right? If we can get those shorter time frames to start moving to the upside, then I think we have a play here. But what now, because of these upper time frames, what I'm looking at, guys, is actually a chop box. Okay, chop boxes, I'm sure you've already heard me talk about them often, right? So I mean, I'm gonna draw it like this, right? So the chop box can be this area here, right, with potentials of something like this. Okay, so this would be the confluent target, right? The wick high here, support open, right? Support open. We have this is also support open from that birth of the candle right there, right? Resistance touch right there. Yeah, I think this with the highest point being here, this could very well be our chop box. So it's not bad at all. So Arca, I put my friends on to your videos recently, and they blew up my phone this morning when COEP did exactly what you said. Dude, how old are they, by the way? I know they have to be within their 20s, right? Because I feel like if it were 30-year-old dudes, they probably wouldn't have blown you up so heavily, right? They'll just been like, yeah, that's cool, whatever. Oh man. Yeah. Good times. All right, so anyway, you guys, yes, I think the chop zone is real here. Some more, there's nothing really in volatility versus momentum that we can look at as a viable play for a huge upside. If you're looking for an upside, guys, I am definitely looking at COSM, GTII. More importantly than not, actually, COSM. Actually, those three are just so powerful, right? COEP definitely has a huge upside, and absolutely IMPP, the ticker that I just looked at. That one is crazy. So Aiden Davis say, yeah, they're at school with me and our freshmen. Oh, okay. So they're like 20, 21 years old, bro. You're 21. Is that your age? I see your picture right here, right? You look like a young dude. So, I'm not even gonna. Well, I personally, I'm 37 years old, right? But everybody tells me that I actually look like I'm way younger, right? I don't have any white hair or anything like that, and I actually am pretty edgy with my style. So, and my lingo too. I try to keep it pro up in here, you know what I mean? So that people don't have to necessarily feel that they're talking to a kid, right? But we are 19 young fellas. My daughter is 19. Stay away real quick. All right, so let's go ahead and continue on the analysis, guys, with ticker symbol BRDS, and that is going to be for my boy Mark Roach. Mark Roach, where you at, man? Let's look at this ticker and see what it's got for you, my dude. I'm an old guy, but I talk like a young guy. My dude, you know who actually talks like, I mean, the epitome of talking like a young guy, dude, it's my boy Cal. Dude, my boy Cal he talks to me, dude, like we were the same age, and I love the guy to freaking death, man. So yeah, that dude right there. So Mark Roach also talking on the young right there. Cool deal. I love it, man. It's all good up in here. All right, so guys, let's go ahead and start off with that ticker symbol for my boy Mark Roach, and this is gonna be ticker symbol BRDS. I'm just gonna make a note that we officially started this ticker right now, right? So that's gonna be let's see, 9:08 p.m. Good deal. All right, so Bissell, I totally know what I know you mean. I know you know what I mean by that. All right. Dude, Cal L is young at heart, and I absolutely love that so much, man. Yeah. So, I can already see the setup here, guys. Check this out. This is actually a descending channel, and we can see some I see the other line. That was the incorrect line. It could very well be this point here, right? Maybe with the tool next time. All right. So, actually, it could be this one too. Who knows, right? But let's just go ahead and make those drawings. Oh, lots of contact points. Very nice. All right, so now that I know that we do have that touch, this can turn into two different things actually. It could be a descending channel because of this pivot here, but it looks like a broadening descending wedge. So this actually is presenting a potential upside, okay? So go ahead and notice that we do have a setup like this. Actually, it may very well be just like this or even like this. Let's see. Okay, there it is. All right, so this is our broadening descending wedge. All right, now let's start counting. And yeah, let's start counting our resistances. Okay, so check it out. We have test number 1, test number 2. We have test number 3. Of course, the capitulation from test number 3, huge downside. Right now, we're actually in the process of potentially reaching that true breakout, test number 4. All right, so if we are able, Aiden, we started a little early today because I need to spend some family time, right? And also my sister's here, so she's helping me take care of my boy right outside. My wife is now home and everything, right? So all good. So I felt that I can give some opportunity to the East Coast people to kind of check in, right, and say what's up. But so we have, guys, check this out. We have actually a loading zone here on the daily, potential 14-day simple moving average, just a few percentile down, which could be confluent to this target here about 12 cents, okay, before facing an upside here. And why? Samantha H, totally agreed. Why am I saying upside though? Well, it's because of freaking this, okay? Notice that we have the stochastic momentum oscillator, both of the 3-day exponential moving average and the 14-day simple pivoted to the upside. This is moonshotting, okay? And notice that we're getting this contraction phase starting from critical volatility within the 90 percentile of the volatility. Guys, this is already setting up a statistical play, which is definitely something that happens with these types of assets, okay, you guys? I mean, this is a very short-lived play right here, right? So notice that we had critical volatility at the top side right here, right? And we had the oversold stochastic momentum with an upside here. This was the span of this movement here, okay? So this is how you can tell sometimes that we can be facing a statistical move to the downside or to the upside, right? Based on your stochastics being oversold or facing the upside or approaching the bullish control zone, which is 50% and up. Okay, so let me see. There are a few failures though, of course, right? But it's all good. It's just things like this happen all the time, guys. It's no problem. Now let's see here. If we do have any other setups like this, yeah, we do. So actually, right here, critical volatility. We had a short upside period, right? Take profit, get out of the trade, wait for the next contraction zone, and then that was another critical volatility to upside with stochastic momentum play. So it has happened several times, is basically what I'm trying to say, right? So it's all good. I think there is a play here, and more likely than not, since we are getting a huge upside here on that stochastic momentum, and not only that, is also because of the broadening descending wedge being a very psychological. I think this is it's sentiment. You know, it shows that there's a lot of people trapped. Particularly within the zone of about 80 cents. So lots of liquidity within this area here. You can just see it with a naked eye, right? So I'll just go ahead and point it out. And this is highly liquid within this area here, right? It looks like a lot of people got trapped within this zone here. And it's very curious because the top of the zone being all of those resistances just happens to be the top side of the broadening descending wedge, which is by the playbook, the take profit zone or the price objective for this formation itself. So the price objective for this formation is 68.90 from the current price. So we're at 13 cents. I'm not saying that it's going to go there right away, guys. I'm just telling you that that's kind of how it works out, right? So yeah. So, I mean, there are several setups with a potential upside, right? It's just the RSI doesn't exactly agree with everything, but I definitely see an upside coming in on this, and the upside could actually be not immediately. It could be within the following day, meaning Wednesday or maybe even Thursday, but there is some serious upside to be looked at here. Okay, you guys. So I'm liking it. This like I said, we're catching it early, and I'm not sure if that was CRTD or whatever, but we are essentially catching the play early, and this is more likely than not the floor. The 10-cent level, it's probably the floor. If we are, like I said, if we are going to come back down for a loading zone, 11.59 could be it. And let's see, 11.59 to about 12.30 could be that loading zone area. I'll just draw it in there like in a box, right, so that we can keep a cool eye on it, just like that. All right, so very likely a loading zone here before a continuation to the upside, and then some pretty nice moves. Indra, what's up? What's up? Finally get to see you here. Good to have you. All right, so anyway, you guys, let's go ahead and move on to ticker symbol SI and see what it's got for us, okay? I remember we looked at this ticker the last time, but I know that there are a lot of people asking me for it, okay? So now let me make a note here that we are starting officially that ticker symbol SI, right? So that's going to be 9:14 p.m., all good. All right, so let me block the visibility from my algo here and start to see what we have. Yeah, very curious here. We did get a... What time frame are we on? We're on the daily right now. Oh, cool. Check this out, man. Check this out. Huge bullish engulfing here on the daily at the very bottom of the trend. Very likely found the floor. Now check this out here. Damn, ticker symbol SI on the move. Something happening here, guys. All right. We've been critically expanded in volatility and now starting a mean reversion. This is contracting from so much volatility buildup, and we are now pivoted straight to the upside. The signal essentially fired today, if not yesterday, or Friday. Right, so this is now a play that is suggesting a potential massive upside. Okay, so how can we even see that? Well, first of all, we can actually see that let me see. I'm gonna just draw it in for you. Psychological resistance found right here at this gap. 419 could be the upside of this ticker here. Very cool. Okay, so I'm not exactly sure what the hell is happening with SI, right? But the upside is being suggested. Very cool stuff. Okay, so usually the following candle tends to be the candle confirmation for this, printing a little bit of a shooting star right here, but it's not. I really wouldn't favor the body of the shooting star so high above the wick, right? So we want that shooting star to be down here. So this is giving a potential bear trap, right? So as they're thinking that this is a shooting star, and maybe we found the ceiling, right? And there could be the entry in here. So Mark Roach saying the short interest on ticker symbol SI is 64%. Cost to borrow max is 46%. Guys, it is very expensive to borrow this stock, meaning to short it. Okay, so there could be a squeeze potential within this ticker. Okay, so I'm not sure how far it can squeeze, but I can definitely tell you that short-term short positions may very well be stopped out on the way to the upside. Mark, is there an options chain on this ticker by any chance, or what? So ticker symbol SI, I'm not even sure. Let's see. So it's NYSE, so there is an options chain, right? Know that there could be manipulation within the options chain. Okay, you guys, the moment that these guys start dropping more and more call options into the pool, very likely the price can come back down. Okay, so the thing is that the thing here to know, Mark, is actually, dude, would you happen to be able to find this out for us right now, my dude? Thank you so much. Try to see if we have options expiring this Friday. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I think that could be a catalyst as to why we may see a gamma squeeze first or a gamma ramp, right? So 30 days ago, $14 strike. Okay, what? Was it really that far out of the money? Damn it. $14. Holy crap, dude. So, man. Yeah, that's high as hell, but there's a play right now. There's something going on. May 23rd, I'm not sure actually. So 6 months ago was 74. What? How could that be put into the chain? Damn, $74. I could. I mean, I guess if we were at $24, then yeah, then maybe the $74 strike could have been it, right? But I thought there were expirations coming up this Friday, right? So, but nothing this Friday, right? Or 2 weeks from now, or nothing like that. That was just the one that you were talking about. The stock. Oh, the stock prices. You're talking about literally the valuation. Okay, so yeah, it looks like, damn, $107. No reverse split. Did they decide no reverse split? Is that what you're telling me? Let's see. Stock rallies as First Citizens deal for Silicon Valley Bank lifts banks. What? Okay. Yeah, that was 7 hours ago. 10 hours ago. Let's see. Okay, it's based on the, oh, right. It is based on that, right? So, sorry, guys, I don't have the ticker in there. Let me put the watermark. I don't have them up on all of them, right? But yeah, there's something going on here. I know that it's just not a statistical play. Yeah, there's no history of RS, but what I am noticing here is that it does have more earnings beats than it does misses, and the earnings is coming up. Let's see. April, right? So that earnings has a higher probability of being an earnings beat. And since you are near a floor right now, very likely could propel this ticker even further. So there could be people knowing something right now regarding the upcoming earnings. Not only the fact of the SVB, it looks like a bailout of some sort, right? It doesn't. I don't think it's everything. There could be something in line here with earnings that people know of, and it's already pricing in right now. Who knows? Who knows? But the play is in, and I was just trying to see if you guys can see anything in fundamental aspects, but not that I care, because in this case, the statistics are speaking to me. Okay, they're telling me that the play is on, and now the buy daily time frame. Also, check it out. We have critical volatility maxed out 100%. We have oversold at bottom, at the very bottom, and let's see just how bottom this thing is. Historical bottom. Okay, I'm talking about the lowest the stochastic oscillator has been ever in the buy daily time frame. There is a setup here. Someone knows something. Okay, so and now not only that, buy daily closure with a huge bullish engulfing on the buy daily, guys. Every single signal is suggesting an upside. Now that we know that, where's the reversion variance so we can see where that target can be? Right here, buy daily time frame telling us $10 target, 10.29. Huge upside move, right? So let me get rid of that fib right there. So this is the mean reversion that we're looking at on the buy daily. Okay, so very curious that it would be that target, because it is right in between this massive gap. Okay, so now let's look at the daily time frame, because we are mean reverting there. Shorter time. Okay, so just shorter time frame suggestion 401. Man, that is suggesting some pretty powerful upside. Let's take a fib retracement from the today's swing high to yesterday's swing low and see where the 401 kind of takes us, right? So let's just see. Let's see. We have the 401, man. So taking us right to the 2.272, right? We're already looking at that gap, right? So very curious that our discretion is telling us that we would be taken there. Fabian Garcia is saying, what are we talking about? Just got here. So we're talking about ticker symbol SI, Silvergate Capital. This is another one of those banks, right? So I was talking about this the other day. I was saying that not every bank is actually in turmoil, right? So we could potentially be facing the bottom side of a lot of bank tickers where we can then start potentially gathering, right? But I can't really express that too out loud, right? Because then it becomes like financial advice, right? But no, it's just a general outlook. It's just like, for example, in Silvergate, right? It's been operating since November 2019. And it has never seen these lows, right? We've never seen these lows ever. And in fact, from what the floor of this thing was $745, it ended up going to $239, over the span of just a few years. So the opportunity being presented here is massive for a lot of these banks, right? So, in my personal opinion, I would probably just kind of hold these, like I would hold, whoever bought down here, wow, these banks may actually recover all the way back. So Miss L saying MicroStrategies pays off $205 million. Silvergate loan buys $150 million worth of Bitcoin, SEC filing. So actually we can see if we just, I'm pretty sure that if we knew some through the Ether scan, we'd be able to see that actual purchase or the transfer of Bitcoin into the wallet, right? So that's a lot, $150 million worth of Bitcoin. My goodness, and Bitcoin is sitting at around the 20s, right? Almost 30,000. Not even that. I think it was at 28 or 27 or something like that. So it's arguably low still, it's still kind of floored, and I still believe that. I think the floor of 15,600 for Bitcoin is more than likely the long-term floor, and it has rallied 12 G's above that. Oh my goodness, that's insane. Okay, so yeah, I think It's funny how a lot of banks are getting long BTC as the Fed starts to blockchain too. It's very interesting. I bought 300 shares today. You have an average of 185, dude. Not bad at all. That's an incredible valuation. T Wood, would shorts dare to short their own bank? Yeah, hell yeah. As a hedge, yeah, of course, dude. So a lot of strategies actually do require both a long and short position. So sometimes, right? Even in my own strategies, I have actually done. I have done like a 30% portfolio long, and then live shares. I'm talking about like raw shares, and then I would do like 10% portfolio long put. So meaning that I would hedge against my position in case of a downside. So if I do get a downside, it's not such a. I'm sorry. If I do get an upside, it's going to be minimal loss, and I would likely get stopped out of my position on the puts, right? So if it did go to the downside, then the puts are essentially leveraged, right? So then they would gain pretty much what I would gain on the long side of the shares. So there are ways for you to be able to make money down and up per any entry. So good stuff here. Thank you for sharing all that information on the 8K filing, my brother. That's very nice. Wow, 205 million. But yeah, there's something in line here. So now if we can just go back to the 12-hour time frame, you'll start to see, look at this, critical volatility, huge upside pivot, barely entering the bullish control zone. The 8-hour time frame, also critical volatility, upside in the bullish control zone. Let's see the 4-hour. So this is diminishing upside, likely to face some type of pullback, right? Around a 176 area to about 164. Before a continuation onto the upside. So pretty much what it's suggesting it's doing, it's something like a zigzag like this. Look, like this, right? It could be doing these types of numbers with the occasional one huge wick up to the upside, right? So it's kind of looking like it wants to do that. And it would be in respect starting from, maybe minimum 6 hour, but more than likely 8 hour and up. So all of the shorter time frames are just reaccumulation right now, but the plays are really landing in maybe starting Wednesday or Thursday. And I'm talking about Wednesday or Thursday when we would start to see the upside. So right now would be essentially the loading zones, right? So within the targets that I just mentioned. So yeah, ticker symbol SI is very promising and is very attractive. But yeah, keeping. I think it's worth to put in the watch list right now because. Yeah, Silvergate. It's just another bank, right? It's popular. It's got a lot of motivation from the public. All right, you guys. So my apologies. Actually, is written different in my list here, but AMC was actually the one that we didn't see the last time. Let me make the adjustment I have to make is here. All right, so guys, yes, let's go ahead and look at ticker symbol AMC and see what it's got for us. Okay, because I think. I'm sorry, I haven't actually seen. What I meant to say was that I haven't seen AMC in a bit, and I am curious to see where it's kind of sitting at, right? Because remember, I'm actually my sell target never actually met for AMC. Well, I'm still long this ticker. It's no problem. It's dependent on the broader markets, right? But it's all good. So let's go ahead and pull up our tools, right, and see what we have as far as the volatility. I want to pull up momentum in two different perspectives, meaning. Momentum RSI, momentum stochastics, right? So let's just get that up real quick. All right, good deal. So, oh man, no way. Daily time frame. I don't know if I ran a backtest on this. Damn it, I hope I did. Let me see. There is a huge setup happening with AMC. What the hell? Oh my goodness. Let's see, do I have... It's from contraction. Do I have an expansion? Oh my goodness, I'm not even sure if I can see it anywhere else, right? I hate not backing myself up. So this is expansion to contraction. I have a backtest of contraction to expansion. That's no problem. But remember what I told you guys, this oval here. We want that. Especially when we're contracting from critical volatility from the expansion level into contraction, which is, remember, 90 percentile to the contraction on the downside. there is a serious something happening here, okay? So we have the upside pivot. This signal potentially fired. Let's see. It fired on Thursday. Damn, it fired on Thursday last week. And this is suggesting an upside, okay? So, wow. Okay, so the last time this happened, this iteration here, critical expansion into contraction, upside pivot from where we're coming from, we actually did get this upside here, okay? So I wonder if that's a 50% move right there. So let's just see what's happening. Come on, man. Who hired this guy? Where's the tool? There we go. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, so that's about a 37% upside the last time it happened, right? So very, very interesting thing happening here. Okay, so yeah, there is a setup. There is a setup happening, guys, and it doesn't happen too often. So very likely this can actually see an upside, I don't know, anywhere between 15 to 40% up, and a signal already fired. So let's look at the buy daily and see what it's got going. Buy daily is setting that up too. All right, now the volatility is sitting at about 82.61%, getting very close to that critical zone, and also getting close to starting to make that curvature on that stochastic momentum oscillator, right? So very good deal here. The 3-day is still some distance away. We have that upside pivot on the 12-hour too from contraction, but damn, my damn backtest says daily. Okay, so still likely an upside there as well. Okay, so now we have consolidation starting here on the 8-hour, at least from the volatility versus momentum. But notice the RSI though. The RSI is mooning. Big old booty. All right, so we're getting that 14-day simple. Huge bounce to the upside. I definitely like it. Man, it looks like it, man. It looks like we're getting unstuck right now. And let me see. Do we have? It's not quite a bullish engulfing, right? But I think this is a bullish railway. It's good stuff. I like it, man. Something is happening here, and oh wow, I think I see a setup in a formation too. Well, I mean, not only that, it's just we are making a series of higher highs, right, and higher lows, right? So the structure is suggesting. Oh, and here's another thing. Right, so notice just this massive downside, right? So we have this huge downside. This here is not, well, let me look at the 8-hour and I can, no, still no. Even on the 12-hour, no. Okay, hold on. I'll tell you right now what I'm looking at, okay? Yeah, no, even into the daily. Okay, you guys, so, yeah, so what I was going to tell you is that when we're looking at formations like this and they just keep on going and consolidating longer and longer, that kind of disembodies a bear flag, right? So for a continuation to the way down, like for example here, right, in this iteration here, we just consolidated, which by the way is very similar timing to this before we had a massive upside, right? So let's just go ahead and take a time fractal here. So consolidation arguably started from this point here. Okay, so man, sometimes the freaking mouse, right? So here we go, just like this. Actually, to the point of breakout, you're looking at about a 15-day accumulation period, right? And go ahead and notice that 15 days would essentially be right here, Thursday, March 30th, where there could be a setup. So guys, again, don't trust the fractals like this, okay? Fractals tend to fail a lot. It's just there's a great deal of confluence between the timing of this accumulation versus the timing of accumulation that we're facing here. So it's very curious, and also that we're getting the bullish structure too, okay? So and also notice that the daily RSI is starting to cross the 14-day simple with an upside pivot. So that's already good. Right, so the buy daily has an upside pivot as well. It looks to be, of course, a little limited, but that's entirely okay. The buy daily time frame retracement point. If I were to guess anything, let me just load up some averages, right? And we'll take a look at that real quick. All right, so yeah, no. I want to get a little more surgical because I think we could match the EMA 7 and 9 to relevant support, okay, or relevant resistances, right, which could be well within this hammer candle low, right? So right around here, you have the EMA 7 located at about 491. So in the shorter time frame, I think the 491 is more likely than not. Right, and now if we reference to our RSI in the shorter time frames, notice here that the 30-minute immediate short-term time frame is suggesting a pretty substantial upside here, well within the bullish control zone. Bi-hourly time frame is absolutely suggesting upside as well, getting close to that bullish control zone, which is the only reason I'm calling it, because the small pivot, I hate it. Right, let's see, the 4-hour, a little consolidation there. We have the 6-hour in the gravitational zone with an upside pivot, right? Good stuff. Mark Rhodes with Dr. Arca. Yes, I definitely like to get a little surgical with the closer time frames. Remember, exponential moving averages follow the price action closer than simples. The simple is just an averaged version of the overall thing. What's up, Edwin, what's up, buddy? BRDS, I did. That was just 2 tickers ago. My bro, there is something on that, though. So if you want to look back, BRDS started at 9:08 p.m. and you can see my my mouse right up here. That's where you can retrace to, and you can see BRDS at 9:08. But good to see you here, man. Good to see you here. Dr. Chart Whisperer says Indra. Oh, my goodness. Weston Harris, what is up, man? So actually, somebody did ask me for CLNV, right? So I'm not sure that I'm actually, this is my last ticker that I'm covering now, as I have to get to my toddler, right? But what I'm thinking of is actually updating CLNV tomorrow with a dedicated video. I'm actually curious to see what's going on with it, my dude. But yes, guys, we have immediate support here on the 12-hour from all of the exponential moving average 7 period, 9 period, and the SMA 10. Huge support here. Definitely a continuation to the upside, looking at least for the AMC asset, right? So let's see, the daily. Yeah, the daily, we already crossed that, right? So yeah, guys, I think the upside is more than I don't want to say like a certainty, right? But I would really look out for the target of about 495 short-term scalp, right? So you're looking at let's see what that move can be. From the current price action right now, I know this is traditional close, right? Let's look at the after-hours close. 457, still around the same place. So very likely this can be about a 10 to 14% scalp, and very likely a retracement back to our current highs to about 476, and then a continuation to the upside to likely touch down at 567. Huge resistance at that SMA 50. Okay, so Weston Harris saying family first, totally understandable. Thank you so much, Weston. You are very, very kind, my bro. So yeah, you guys. So I'm liking what's happening with AMC too. There's definitely an upside to be looked at here. Okay, you guys. So yes, thank you, Mark, for pointing that out, guys. I usually do ticker streams, right? The ticker pickers are usually Sunday, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, right? So while everyone is here right now, I would like to point out that I may be actually adjusting the Sunday stream to a Saturday. It depends on what my family's asking for, right? But we'll go ahead and see with that, right? Because I used to go to them and see them on Sundays, but as of late, I've been doing the streams and preparing for them, and also running the ArcMastersCourse on Sundays, which, by the way, guys, the ArcMastersCourse second track is there. There are still seats available. Make sure to claim yours. Get enrolled. Find the email. I can actually just write it down for you guys here, right, in the chat. So ArcMastersCourse at gmail.com, right? So go ahead and just send me an email there and get yourself enrolled, and yeah, we're going to be covering everything from the beginnings. I'm talking about from the most simple things, the fundamental terms of stock trading, all the way to advanced topics and mathematical applications. Okay, you guys, so make sure to get your seat and get enrolled. All right, so I think that's gonna do it for tonight. Okay, you guys, I really appreciate everybody coming by to the chat. I love it. I thought so what, Stick Vicious, what is up, my brother? Good to see you here. I love it. So Sean, oh no, thanks to you, man. You're crashing. Good night. Yes, please have a good night. Get some rest. Michael Payne, thanks, buddy. Thank you as well, my brother. So, moderators, Samantha H., Mark Roach. I know Hound always is kind of back there just peeping, right? So, if you are here, my dude, very, very much thank you for everything you do. So, Samantha H., I love you. Thank you so much for everything, okay? Moderator, Sebastian Lim, what is up, my dude? Really appreciate all the moderation you do for us in the community, okay, you guys? So, my donos, thank you, guys. Appreciate you so much. It's going to go a long way. So Mark Roach, love you, buddy. Please remember that if you are not able to make the Arc Masters course in these terms, I can always get you enrolled for the second one too, okay, starting in April. But no, not a problem with that, okay? Monster Mike, have a very good night, my dude. Thank you so much for everything you do for me, man. Thank you. All right, you guys. But with that said, I wish, not a problem. Daniel Gonzalez, Edwin, have a very good night, okay, you guys? So, but yeah, with that said, you guys have a good night. I wish you well, and I'll catch you at the bell mañana. Adios.